Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Gwendolyn Brown has provided a perceptive glimpse into the problematic relationships of the Brown family, despite her infrequent appearances on Sister Wives. In addition to being well known for her scathing criticism of her father, Kody Brown, Gwendolyn hasn't held back when talking about her challenging childhood. She conducted a Q&A with her subscribers last year, while posting her thoughts on Sister Wives episodes on her YouTube account. She revealed during the session that Kody had screamed at her over the years, and that she had been physically mistreated by him, which was a startling admission. Gwendolyn's assertions were supported by people close to the family. On her Patreon page, she disclosed that during their childhood, Kody had punished her and her siblings with brutal spankings. Gwendolyn stated, "I remember being bruised a few times when my dad would spank me, or he has admitted to throwing me in the air to scare me into not doing something. So yes, he has been physically abusive." She acknowledged that while some people may not consider spanking to be abuse, she thinks it's a harsh and damaging form of discipline. This is according to Screen Rant. She believes that there are a number of different safer parenting choices that don't cause long-term emotional damage. As the YouTuber discussed Kody's alleged verbal abuse, she also brought up an incident from the 17th season of the TLC program. In the video, Kody yelled aggressively at Gwendolyn's mother, accusing her of not understanding the sacrifices he made for daughter. She revealed that such outbursts are common with her father. She had previously talked candidly about her tense connection with him. On social media, she had previously attacked Kody for prioritizing Robin Brown and her children over the rest of the family. According to the Hollywood gossip, a large number of people close to the Brown family had this view. In addition, it is said that Kody has attempted to maintain his reputation by keeping his children quiet. For years, he portrayed himself to the audience as caring and friendly, but many began to see through the facade. His strained relationships with Janelle Brown and Christine Brown have long exacerbated family strife, particularly in regards to parenting conflicts. Additionally, Gwendolyn has accused him of being manipulative and controlling, as well as lacking real relationships with many of his children. According to OK, the YouTuber previously acknowledged to Magazine that she thinks Kody sincerely feels he is not responsible for any of the family's problems. Contrary to her grievances, Gwendolyn then implied that after the filming ceased after season 17, her father may have learned a few things. "I'm really proud of him, and he's really healing," she said. "I feel that the stress of having so many spouses and making himself believe in something he wasn't truly contributed to his increased level of unhappiness. However, he is truly recovering. He is improving significantly." Robin Brown's children made drastically different decisions than Sister Wives actresses Maddie Brown Brush and Michael Brown Padrone. They don't seem to be good enough for Brianna Brown and Aurora. One large family with a lot of variations. Fans of Sister Wives noticed discrepancies following the conversation between Robin Brown and her two eldest children, Aurora and Brianna Brown. They saw that Robin's children differed greatly from many of the other Brown children. Robin's children were raised much differently from Mary, Janelle and Christine Brown's. The fact that Maddie Brown Brush and Michael Brown Padrone were making rather different choices at the age of 20 was one of the major parallels. The decisions made by Michael and Maddie Brown are insufficient for Robin's children. Many Sister Wives fans talk about how Maddie Brown Brush and Michael Brown Padrone were not like Robin's children on Reddit. After stating, "Maddie and Michael were married at 20, a user continues, "It's crazy to think that Aurora is older than Maddie and Michael were when they got married. And Brianna is the same age in yesterday's episode. Maddie had already attempted, without Janelle's consent, to join the mainstream Mormon church. Michael is no different. What a way to infantilize your kids. I'm not saying that I'm in favor of marriage at the age of 20, as that is really young. When you consider how Robin's children differ from the others, it's simply kind of crazy. Yeah, Maddie was already pregnant a second time by 23, says another Redditor. I always thought Maddie and Michael got married in order to get away. Woman shrugging light skin tone. I concur, But there is undoubtedly a problem with the Dabsa. When you contrast them with the older children, Aurora's hair and attire were a lot like Robin's. Because A and B genuinely appear to be frozen at around 13 or 14, it is amazing to discover how old they are. Robin has destroyed her kids. To leave her and never return is their last chance at living anything approaching a normal life. Michael T and Maddie Brown were parentified, according to fans. Robin Brown is receiving a lot of flack for spoiling Aurora and Brianna. Mary, Janelle and Christine Brown, however, face criticism for expecting their children to assume parental responsibilities too soon. Indeed, I believe that there are two extremes in parenting methods. The older girls were so much aided by their previous marriages that they began acting like grown-ups at a young age. They most likely were eager to leave all those kids behind. Then there is Robin, who has a babysitter and provides her kids with care and affection. Neither side is perfect. The smaller children were infantilized, while the older children were parentified. Really, it's depressing. I mean, Aurora got her ears pierced, Gwen got engaged, and Garrison bought a house. When you consider that Gwen and Aurora are only a few months apart in age, it's really odd. The triplets were them and Gabe. Robin Brown was intrusive. Many Sister Wives viewers believe Robin Brown was too controlling with her children, as they debate the differences in Michael T and Maddie Brown's choices. Yes, the infantilization is abusive, someone else adds. They're 20 years old, and they can't visit a church without having a heated argument with their mother over it. They seemed like kids pleading with her for permission, and attempting to persuade her to grant it. They must leave that home, and begin living as adults on their own. Indeed, I had the exact same reaction after seeing the scene. Robin has instilled a fear of life in those children. Wanting to leave the house and interact with people your own age is quite typical, men included. In my opinion, the chat she had with him was absolutely absurd. An entire sit-down full of drama? Robin has absolutely no idea what to do, or how to do it properly. For heaven's sake, let your grown daughters enjoy their lives. Additionally, it enrages me that her mother changed the statement, "I want to look for a boy," to something like, "You want girl friends. You meant you wanted female friends." It's all an act. The discussion with Aurora, Brianna, and Robin Brown, according to other Sister Wives fans, was an act that might not be similar to what Michael T and Maddie Brown went through. I believe that they were acting badly throughout their chat. It was a reality TV scripted conversation. Their conversation flow didn't seem natural. Because they behaved badly like their mother, the daughters appeared strange. In your opinion, how do Michael T and Maddie Brown's decisions differ from those of Aurora and Brianna? Is the scene authentic in your opinion? Are you eager to watch more Sister Wives episodes? Please leave a remark below. In the most recent episode of Sister Wives, Brianna and Aurora Brown sat down with their mother, Robin Brown. Both want to return to their core church roots. Even though Kody Brown did not participate in the discussion, he is aware of how significant religion remains in his family. Brianna and Aurora freely expressed their opinions about leading polygamous lives during the conversation. Robin Brown, a sister wife, discusses church shopping with Aurora and Brianna. Robin Brown bids farewell to Kody, Solomon, and Ariella Brown, who were enjoying a fun-filled day out together. In the Sister Wives episode that airs on December 8th, it was an excellent opportunity for Robin to propose that her daughters, Aurora and Brianna Brown, talk about locating a church after they had departed. Robin has to return to her religious roots, since she is experiencing an identity crisis. Kody isn't in a position where he is actively seeking to return to organized religion, though. The divorces have fundamentally altered his thinking in a number of ways. Kody is aware, though, that Robin is upset with him for withdrawing from their church. Robin was raised in the AUB church, thus she has close links to it. Similarly, Robin worries that because her children haven't been attending church, they haven't had the same foundation as she did. Brianna and Aurora, Sister Wives, make a shocking revelation about their polygamy. Robin Brown, star of Sister Wives, sneaked in that no local churches encouraged polygamy because she was talking about religion. Brianna Brown discusses her desire to find a man who shares her values. Going to church is a good first step, Brianna comments, adding, "I want to start dating guys who kind of believe the same thing, and have the same life goal as me. I think that would probably be a good place to start, she says. However, Robin encourages Brianna and Aurora Brown to concentrate more on church doctrine so that their relationships may develop naturally. However, Aurora shares her thoughts on living multiple marriage after Robin notes that there are no AUB branches in the area. I don't have the same call to it that you and Dad do and did, Aurora adds. Brianna, a Sister Wives star, dances around the subject with grace and isn't as direct about her viewpoint. Brianna adds, I have conflicting thoughts, but at the moment, I don't think so. I'm not sure if I want to live that. Robin may be disappointed that her daughters don't want to be like her, but she appears to understand that their lives have been upended. I feel like it's more due to the individuals, rather than plural marriage, she says, referring to the disintegration that has occurred in our family. Kody Brown's belief in polygamy is declining. Additionally, Kody Brown, the patriarch of Sister Wives, is very certain that his kids won't want to engage in polygamy. I don't think any of my kids are going to live a plural marriage, he says. But if one of my daughters wanted to marry a married man, I could see it. He adds, I really wouldn't care to have my daughters in plural marriage, citing his open wound from Mary, Janelle and Christine Brown's departure. I don't think the experience they've had with our family would make them want to do that. Furthermore, I don't believe any of my sons are interested in many marriages. Robin Brown, a sister wife, maintains her optimism. Robin Brown, star of Sister Wives, seems to be clinging to the prospect that Brianna might be called to several marriages. Robin wants to live vicariously via her daughters, despite the fact that she is devastated that her own family disintegrated. Although Robin acknowledges that it may not occur, she says, if Brianna got a testimony and felt like plural marriage was her choice, and that's what she felt was her path, I'd be like, okay. But if not, that's okay too. It's perfectly fine. How do you feel about Aurora Brown and Brianna Brown's views on polygamy? Do you believe they'll have second thoughts? Do you believe Brianna was being easy on Robin? Are you eager to watch more Sister Wives episodes? Please leave a remark below. Maddie Brown Brush, star of Sister Wives, is revealing her family's extravagant spending patterns. She and her husband Caleb Brush have established a fantastic foundation in North Carolina and are now stable. Her life, however, was not always as ordered and well-balanced as she subsequently disclosed. To learn more about Maddie's thoughts, continue reading. Maddie Brown, a sister wife, talks about the humble beginnings of her family. Kody Brown claimed he couldn't afford to purchase Janelle Brown out of Coyote Pass when she approached him about it. However, when the last balloon payment was due in a few weeks, he told the Sister Wives star that he would be able to pay off the land. Mary Brown, the former first wife, spoke with Kody and Robin Brown about the future of it after they had all paid it off. It was obvious they were living beyond their means because, as Kody pointed out, they would probably need to sell their house to pay for anything else. Although they listed their house in Flagstaff, they later removed it from the market. The two then went ahead and took out a huge loan and purchased a mansion for $2.1 million. Although it was wonderful that their house sold quietly, they still had a lot of work to do. However, Robin and Kody don't appear to mind, but his original children do. Michael T. Brown Padron has made no secret of the fact that she and her family were poor growing up. The daughter of Kody and Janelle, Maddie Brown Brush, is now talking openly about money and the family. Maddie discussed this on the December 9th episode of her podcast, The Authentic Society, According to People. She revealed how impoverished they were prior to Sister Wives' 2010 TLC premiere. We were really impoverished before to the concert. We had 15 children, yet I believe my dad earned a respectable living. Robin brought in 3 children from a previous marriage, while the original 3 wives had 12. When the episode began running, Christine Brown Woolley, her third wife, was expecting a child. Caleb, Maddie's husband, was perplexed when she revealed how Kody earned his money. My dad virtually always went with the get-rich-quick plan. And there was something, Caleb had never thought about that before. And I recall saying, no, as I tried to convey some concepts to him. Financial abuse. Maddie Brown Brush also mentioned how careless her parents were with their finances. It wasn't just her father, Kody Brown, and they didn't appear to know how to save. When we were younger, my parents spent our tax returns right away on something. And while Caleb's folks had both received an education, they did not. They kept it. They saved as much money as they could. Although Maddie and her husband obviously had rather different upbringings, she places a high value on Caleb's upbringing. Regarding Kody's occupation, aside from get-rich-quick schemes, he had a legitimate employment. He was a sign salesman, she continued, and they were always investing. Maddie did, however, mention that her mother, Janelle Brown, is a wise financial manager. This is something that Sister Wives has brought up. Mary Brown mistakenly believed that Janelle was in charge of the family finances. According to Christine Brown-Woolley, they would have been in a far better financial position if Janelle had. Do you find it surprising that Kody spent money quickly and took any possible shortcuts to obtain it? Tell us and tune in to TLC's Sister Wives Sundays. Janelle Brown, star of Sister Wives, has bid farewell to her late son Garrison's unique possession. She has been devoted to anything that has to do with him. The TLC personality makes an effort to keep everything about him close to her heart. Janelle is determined to never forget her kid. She is making a concerted effort to get over the catastrophe. Nevertheless, the reality TV personality wishes to recall all of his positive traits. In order to discuss Garrison and express her emotions to her fans, Janelle frequently shares heartfelt posts about him. But she just bid farewell to something special that had to do with him. Why must the TLC personality get rid of items? What was it? She let it go, but why? What's all this about? Sister Wives. On Thanksgiving, Janelle misses Garrison. Janelle Brown, star of Sister Wives, has been experiencing a great deal of suffering. The toughest thing in the world is losing a young son. Since his passing, Janelle and the whole family are in mourning. On the most significant times, though, she is unable to stop missing him. Janelle recently shared how she really feels during the Thanksgiving holiday. She was with her other kids for the week. In her most recent post, the TLC star included a photo of her son. She talked about how she didn't want to spend the first major holiday without him. The reality TV personality also disclosed that she kept his picture with her and spent the day with her family. On the big day, they also talked about Garrison while eating, playing games, and enjoying food. It appears like Janelle is finally letting go of a distressing memory connected to her son. Sister Wives. Janelle was able to purchase Garrison's house in Arizona. Janelle Brown, star of Sister Wives, has been focusing on the good things in life. She desires to constantly remain around the memories of her late son Garrison. But for a long time, the TLC personality has been attempting to sell his Flagstaff property. In his own house, Garrison committed suicide. Janelle and her children must therefore find it extremely painful to return to the same location. Long ago, she put the property up for sale. Unfortunately, the incident at home caused the reality TV star to struggle with the property. In September 2024, Janelle listed the property for $425,000. The price was lowered to $389,900 by her. In an attempt to locate a buyer, the reality TV personality cut the pricing twice. The question of whether Garrison's mother was successful in selling his house has been awaited by fans. The U.S. Sun recently disclosed that the house is now classified as under contract, following a $35,000 price reduction. Janelle is licensed to sell real estate as well. She therefore has real estate purchasing and selling experience. In order to draw in potential customers, she must have lowered the prices. Furthermore, because of the tragedy attached to the home, the reality TV star was aware that selling it would be challenging. To escape all the unpleasant memories, Janelle has sealed the purchase for $329,000. She must also have been making efforts to take charge of her life and get past the catastrophe. Sister Wives' shocking tragedy, Garrison Brown's untimely passing, Janelle Brown's heartbreaking journey, and the aftermath of loss. In the world of Sister Wives, the Brown family has faced countless ups and downs, but the sudden and tragic death of Garrison Brown has shaken everyone to their core. The devastating loss, which occurred on March 5th, was ruled as an apparent suicide, leaving fans and family members alike grappling with the heartbreak. As Janelle Brown, Garrison's mother, navigates this unimaginable tragedy, She has been offering glimpses into her life, providing an update to her followers during a time of intense grief. In a heart-wrenching turn of events, the matriarch has taken to social media to share moments of solace and strength, leaning on her family as she faces the aftermath of Garrison's death. Janelle Brown's unwavering love and protection for her children, a shift in maternal instincts. Janelle Brown has always been known as a loving, caring, and dedicated mother, but in recent years, her protective instincts have intensified, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic. While the Sister Wives star has often been seen as a more laid-back figure in the family dynamic, the loss of Garrison has further revealed just how deeply Janelle's role as a mother has evolved. In a pivotal moment during the pandemic, when Kody Brown asked Janelle to send her sons away so he could visit, she chose to stand by her children rather than yield to Kody's demands. This decision marked a significant shift in Janelle's protective nature, as she stood firm against the patriarch's wishes to prioritize the safety and well-being of her children. This shift in Janelle's instincts wasn't always apparent, especially when her children were younger. In the early years of the Brown family, Christine Brown was often the primary caregiver for all of the children, including Mary's child Leon. As a result, Janelle's role as a mother seemed more passive. However, as her children grew older, Janelle's sense of responsibility and her desire to protect them grew stronger, and she made it clear that her priority was always her family. The heartbreak of losing Garrison, Janelle's healing process after his passing. The death of Garrison, Janelle's son, has left a deep hole in the hearts of both his immediate family and the Sister Wives community. Garrison, who was beloved by many, had a particularly close bond with his siblings and nieces and nephews. Despite his estrangement from his father Kody, Garrison had always been a central figure in the family, known for his warmth, humor, and love for his family. Following Garrison's funeral in Flagstaff, Janelle took a step back to regroup and process the overwhelming loss. She shared a photo on Instagram, showing herself surrounded by her grandchildren, an image that seemed to bring her a sense of peace in the midst of grief. The tribute to Garrison, which was also shared by Michael T. Padron, highlighted the deep love and admiration the family had for him, further cementing the bond they all shared. In her post, Janelle expressed her gratitude for the overwhelming support she received from her followers. Many sent heartfelt messages of love, prayers, and condolences, acknowledging the immense loss she had suffered. "I'm so sorry for this enormous loss, Janelle. He was such a bright light," one follower wrote. Another fan shared, "You have almost 15,000 people here praying for you and supporting you as you grieve the loss of your boy. We are so sorry." The complexities of Garrison's struggles, mental health concerns, and the tragic events leading to his death. While the Brown family has faced many challenges over the years, Garrison's mental health struggles were a concern long before his tragic passing. Janelle had always been protective of her children, and her concern for Garrison's well-being only intensified in the days leading up to his death. It was Garrison's brother Gabriel Brown, who found him the day he passed away, and the discovery was a devastating blow to both Gabriel and the rest of the family. The pain was compounded by the strained relationship Garrison had with his father Kody, which was an ongoing issue within the family. As Garrison's death was confirmed, the family was left grappling with the harsh reality that they had lost a beloved son, brother, and uncle. While his relationship with Kody was distant, Garrison had remained close to his mother, Janelle, and the rest of his siblings. This sense of closeness has only highlighted the deep grief Janelle feels, as she continues to mourn the loss of her son. Season 19 of Sister Wives, the aftermath of Garrison's death, and the family's struggles. Fans of Sister Wives will soon witness the aftermath of Garrison's death on Season 19 of the show. As Janelle and the rest of the Brown family work through their grief, the show will delve into the emotional complexities of loss, mental health struggles, and the ongoing challenges within the family dynamic. Garrison had purchased a home in Flagstaff, where he had planned to host family get-togethers, but now, in his absence, a reunion in his honor is being planned for later this year. The upcoming season will also address the shifting dynamics within the Brown family, especially with Janelle's decision to distance herself from Kody. Last season, both Mary and Janelle left Kody, a move that signaled a growing rift in their relationship. The death of Garrison has only intensified these tensions, as the family members navigate the complexities of grief and personal boundaries. Garrison's legacy, a family united in grief, but divided in other ways. Despite the overwhelming grief that has gripped the Brown family, Garrison's legacy lives on through the love and memories shared by his siblings, nieces, nephews, and his mother Janelle. Maddie and Michael T. Padron have shared heartfelt tributes to Garrison, showing photos of him with their children and expressing how much he meant to them. His bond with his family, particularly his mother and Christine, remains a central part of the Brown family's history. As the family moves forward, Janelle's strength and resilience will continue to be a guiding force. Her unwavering commitment to her children, even in the face of such unimaginable pain, has shown her fans and followers just how deeply she cares for her family. Through the love and support of her fans, as well as her family, Janelle is finding solace in the aftermath of Garrison's passing. A final goodbye to Garrison Brown, the family's journey toward healing. As the Brown family comes together to honor Garrison's memory, the road to healing will be long and difficult. Janelle, Christine, and the rest of the family will continue to mourn the loss of a beloved son and brother, but they will also cherish the time they had with him. The sister wives family will undoubtedly face many more challenges, but through it all, the strength of family and the love they share will be their greatest source of comfort. May Garrison Brown rest in peace, and may the Brown family find the strength to heal as they honor his memory and continue their journey together. Sister Wives' shocking secrets revealed. Robyn Brown's unfulfilled polygamy fantasies and her struggles with monogamy. The Sister Wives family has seen their fair share of drama and change, but the most shocking development is Robyn Brown's revelation about her ongoing dreams of plural marriage with Kody Brown, despite the reality of a now monogamous union. Fans have watched as Robyn has navigated the difficult fallout from the departures of her sister wives, Christine, Janelle, and Mary Brown, leaving her as Kody's only wife. However, Robyn has shared that her heart still longs for the plural family dynamic she once envisioned, even as the reality of her situation shifts. Let's dive deep into Robyn's feelings about her past, present, and the future she still dreams of. Robyn Brown's vision of the perfect plural family. In the early seasons of Sister Wives, Robyn was an enthusiastic participant in the plural marriage lifestyle, often discussing how much she valued the sisterhood and family dynamic that came with having multiple wives. Now, with the exits of her sister wives, Robyn is left reflecting on the life she thought she would have, and what's left of those dreams. In a recent interview, Robyn shared her lingering affection for the plural family dynamic, emphasizing the sense of camaraderie and teamwork that came with having multiple wives. She fondly reminisced about the days when she was able to share her life with her sister wives, describing the joy of having a team of women to support her and share in the responsibilities of raising children and managing the family. I wanted that experience of my sister wives loving my children and being able to love their children, Robyn explained. She longed for the sense of belonging that came from having a large, loving, and interconnected family, something she still holds onto despite the changes in her marriage. The shifting family dynamics. Robyn's struggles with monogamy. While Robyn's dreams of a plural marriage remain strong, reality has been much different. With Kody's other wives leaving over the past few years, Christine in 2021, Janelle in 2022, and Mary in 2023, Robyn is now left in a monogamous marriage with Kody, which she's struggling to come to terms with. Despite her wishes, Robyn finds herself in a relationship that no longer reflects the plural lifestyle she once envisioned. I've really struggled with it, Robyn confessed about her feelings toward monogamy. I don't know what to do with it. It's messing with my identity. As the only wife left standing, Robyn has had to come to terms with the fact that her dream of a large, plural family may never come to fruition. The idea of a monogamous relationship with Kody feels foreign to her, as she had always imagined a life with multiple wives, children, and a shared family experience. Despite these struggles, Robyn remains hopeful. She still holds on to the idea that perhaps one day, the family could be reunited or expanded. I sure hope it's possible, she said, expressing a desire for the family to remain close and continue spending time together. However, she quickly acknowledged the challenges and complexities that come with those hopes. "I can't put expectations on people," Robyn admitted, understanding that not everyone shares her vision. The impact of Kody's marital breakdowns. How the departures affected Robyn. Robyn's dream of a plural marriage didn't just dissolve overnight. It has been a slow and painful process, especially as Kody's other marriages crumbled one by one. When Christine left in 2021 after years of growing discontent, Robyn held out hope that the family could survive the loss. But as the months passed and Janelle and Mary also made the difficult decision to leave Kody, Robyn's sense of loss grew more profound. With each departure, the plural family that Robyn had envisioned began to fade, and the reality of her situation set in. While Robyn remains devoted to Kody, her hopes for the plural marriage she dreamed of are clouded by the absence of her sister wives. As the sole remaining wife, Robyn faces the emotional burden of feeling like the last person standing in a family that has been torn apart. Yet, despite the heartbreak, she continues to cherish the moments when her family is able to come together, even if only for brief reunions. Robyn's future dreams, a grandparent ranch and the family she longed for. Even though Robyn is now navigating the complexities of monogamy with Kody, she still holds onto her dream of a plural family life. She fantasizes about a future where she, Kody, and their children live together on a grand ranch, surrounded by their extended family and grandkids. "I want that house with us on the porch and the rocking chairs with our grandkids and our kids around us," Robyn said, painting a picture of a happy, harmonious family life that echoes her earlier dreams of plural marriage. But as the reality of her monogamous relationship sinks in, Robyn's vision for the future seems increasingly out of reach. The loss of her sister wives has left a significant void in her life, and her fantasies of a bustling, multi-wife household now feel distant. Yet, Robyn's determination to keep her family together remains strong, even if the structure of that family has changed drastically. The complicated emotions of a single wife in a polygamous marriage. One of the most difficult aspects of Robyn's journey is the emotional toll of being the only wife left in a polygamous marriage. As Kody's remaining partner, Robyn finds herself navigating the complexities of being both the only wife and the one who remains committed to the idea of plural marriage. She is faced with the emotional weight of keeping the family spirit alive, even as the structure of that family has shifted. Robyn's feelings about her position in the family are complicated. While she remains deeply in love with Kody, she struggles with the absence of her sister wives and the loss of the family dynamic she had once cherished. Her desire for a plural marriage isn't just about having multiple wives. It's about the connection, support, and community that came with that lifestyle. Now, with only Kody by her side, Robyn is left to wonder if the future she once dreamed of is still possible, or if she must redefine her sense of self and family. A glimmer of hope. Will Robyn's dreams ever come true? While Robyn's dreams of a plural family life seem increasingly unlikely, she hasn't given up hope. She continues to hold on to the belief that, one day, the family could come together again, or that perhaps new relationships could form to create the family dynamic she once envisioned. For now, she remains focused on her love for Kody and her role as a mother and grandmother, but the desire for a larger family remains in her heart. As the sister wives story continues to unfold, fans will be watching closely to see how Robyn navigates her emotions and whether she will find a way to reconcile her dreams with her reality. Whether or not Robyn's plural marriage fantasies ever come to fruition, one thing is clear. She will always cherish the love and connection she once shared with her sister wives, and she will continue to fight for the family she holds dear.